the original switch. A runaway trolley is racing toward 5 workers trapped on the track ahead. You stand beside a lever that can divert it onto a side spur where a single person happens to be standing. Pull the lever and 1 stranger dies instead of 5. Most people say pulling it is right, since 1 loss is smaller than 5. Philosopher Philippa Foot posed this puzzle in 1967, and it feels almost simple until the later versions ask why the very same trade can suddenly feel like murder. The footbridge. This time there is no lever, only a bridge that crosses over the track. A very large stranger is leaning on the railing, and his weight is enough to stop the trolley if he falls onto the rails below. To save the 5, you would have to push him with your own hands. The numbers are identical to the switch. 1 life traded for 5, yet almost everyone refuses. Judith Jarvis Thomson used this case to show that our sense of right and wrong tracks far more than a simple count of the dead. The trapdoor. Picture the footbridge once more, but now the large stranger stands on a trapdoor. Instead of shoving him, you can open it with a lever placed a safe distance away, dropping him onto the rails to halt the trolley. The victim is exactly the same, and so is the outcome. Yet, pulling a lever somehow feels cleaner than pushing with your hands. That reaction is the whole point, because it suggests our discomfort comes partly from the physical act of touching, not only from the death we cause. It quietly separates the horror of using our own hands from the colder question of what we are actually doing. The fat villain. Keep the very same bridge, but change who is standing on it. Now the large stranger is the person who tied those 5 workers to the track in the first place. Suddenly, the push feels far easier to justify, even though the physical act has not changed at all. This version tests whether blame quietly rewrites the arithmetic and whether a person's guilt can turn a shove into something closer to justice. It reveals how heavily our judgments lean on the story we tell about who deserves what. The loop. Here, the sidetrack curves back around and rejoins the main line just before the 5. Divert the trolley and it would loop right back into them, unless the single person on the spur is heavy enough to stop it. In this case, the 1 death is no longer a side effect of saving the others. It is the exact means that saves them. Many who happily pull the lever in the original will hesitate here because the loop turns a bystander into a tool. It quietly closes the gap between flipping a switch and pushing a man. The transplant surgeon. Step off the tracks entirely and walk into a hospital. 5 patients are dying, each one needing a different organ, and a healthy visitor in the waiting room happens to match them all. A surgeon could quietly sacrifice that 1 person to save the 5. The very trade the switch seemed to approve, yet nearly everyone recoils and calls it plain murder, not a hard but reasonable choice. The case shows that 5 lives for 1 is never the whole story, and that how a death happens can matter as much as how many die. The loved one. Return to the lever, but look closely at the person on the side track. This time, the lone figure is not a stranger, but someone you love. The cold calculation has not shifted. 1 still weighs against 5, yet the pull to protect your own becomes almost unbearable. This version asks whether morality truly demands that we treat every life as perfectly equal, or whether loyalty to the people closest to us is part of being good. It exposes the quiet distance between what a formula recommends and what a heart can actually do. The self-sacrifice. Imagine now that you yourself are large enough to stop the trolley. You could leap from the bridge onto the track and give your own life to spare the 5 below. Most people call such a choice noble, even beautiful, but very few call it required. That gap is the real puzzle, because if one death to save 5 is simply good math, then refusing to volunteer should look like a failure. The case draws a sharp line between what we admire in a person and what we can honestly demand of them. The judge. Leave the railway behind and picture a town on the edge of a riot. A furious mob will burn the city and kill 5 people unless one particular innocent man is punished for a crime he never committed. A judge could condemn that single man to keep the peace and save the many. Almost everyone rejects this, even those who confidently pull the lever, because sacrificing the innocent feels like a betrayal of justice itself. It stands as one of the oldest challenges to the idea that only the final body count matters. The self-driving car. The trolley problem stopped being a fantasy the day machines began to steer. A self-driving car facing an unavoidable crash may have to choose between striking a group of pedestrians or swerving into a wall and killing its own passenger. Engineers must decide in advance and written into code what the car should value when every path ends in harm. Here, the thought experiment becomes a real design document, argued over by lawyers, car makers, and regulators. The dilemma that once lived in a classroom now rides inside the vehicle parked in your driveway. The numbers game. Push on the counting itself and watch the intuition start to bend. Saving 5 instead of 1 feels obvious, but what about 6 instead of 5? Or a single stranger set against a vast crowd you will never meet? As the numbers climb, the math insists the answer should only grow clearer. Yet many people feel less certain, not more. This version probes whether human lives can really be added and subtracted like coins. It asks at what point a reasonable trade quietly hardens into a cold spreadsheet. The omission. Finally, consider simply doing nothing at all. You could step back, keep your hands off the lever, and tell yourself that whatever follows is not your doing. But the 5 will still die, and you chose to let them, which is a decision as real as any pull. This version strips away the comforting belief that standing still keeps our hands clean. It leaves the hardest lesson of them all, that once you are standing beside the lever, there is no way left to refuse the choice.